Couple things. One, I have decided to do each week a preview of each Dolphin game. I'm not going to do the case with the Hurricanes that much, and certainly not for other sports. But for the Dolphins, yes, I am going to do preview each game each week, which today is no exception. For the first time ever, I'm going to be doing a Dolphin preview in a regular season game. I already did a season preview a few days ago, and thank you guys for your support once again. So, 1 o'clock, which is roughly an hour and a half left before kickoff. Battle of Florida between Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, Jacksonville Jaguars is coming down to Miami, in which the last time they actually came to Miami was in 2018, December 23rd to be exact, and they have beaten the Dolphins then 17-7. The last time these two teams played each other was that disgusting loss in London, against them in London, where we lost to them 20-23 against the Jaguars. And that was when the Jaguars had a really rough losing streak from 2020 week 1 all the way to week 6 of 2021. Incredibly bad, to say the least. And in the week after, it's another heartbreaking loss, which I was at the game. But, I don't know. But anyway, so the last time the Dolphins actually beat the Jaguars was Thursday Night Football in week 3 against the Jaguars up in Jacksonville, Florida, which was the 31-13 victory. But throughout the years, Jacksonville seems like they had Miami's number. And it's a fear that they still might have our number. They have a 6-5 record against us, including that disgusting Dan Marino last game where they lost 62-7 in that divisional game. Disgusting. It is one of the worst losses in Dolphin history, and shall continue to be the Dolphins' worst loss in franchise history. So, yeah, it seems though as we have a bone to pick with Jacksonville in this game. So 5-6 with all the games, but 5-5 in regular season. But even that, it's still an absolute tough team to play against. Apparently so. So anyway, Jacksonville once again comes down to Miami. They say that Miami has a 59.8% chance of winning, and Jacksonville only has almost 40%. But still, I don't believe in the odds. I really don't believe in odds because the game would dictate itself when the game happens. You got Trevor Lawrence at quarterback, who Trevor Lawrence outright have Tua's number, and that's a big fact. That game against the Dolphins in London, Trevor Lawrence is still quarterback to this day, and found a way to make that comeback. And not to mention that he absolutely destroyed Tua in national championship in 2019. Yep, that was rough. It was absolutely rough for Tua. Tua does not have a good record against Trevor Lawrence, and today he is able to prove it. He's going to figure out a way to beat Trevor Lawrence in this game at Hard Rock Stadium. It is a different environment for Jacksonville instead of at their stadium, which is their stadium is still called Everbank Stadium. Which I don't know if that will be the case in the upcoming seasons, because I heard they're getting a new stadium or a huge renovation, more likely a new stadium. But yeah, that's pretty much the bottom line here. The game is going to be at 1 o'clock, like I said. Battle of Florida. Tua has to showcase why he deserves to be paid. He needs to pass it to Tyreek Hill. He needs to pass it to Jalen Waddle. Jacksonville's Trevor Lawrence consistently were good. I think they dropped the ball I think they really dropped the ball last season, and then I think they ended up missing the playoffs, as far as I remember. But yeah, what to watch? Trevor Lawrence became one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL when he signed a 5-year, $275 million extension in June. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Tua versus Jacksonville's defense. Jacksonville has a pretty decent defense with Josh Hines Allen, not Josh Allen, from the Buffalo Bills. So let's see what happens here. One more note. Yeah, I know the story of this morning when there was a situation with Calais Campbell and Tyreek Hill where they seemingly got into a violation right outside the stadium and they were detained. Now, people were jumping the gun and say, he got arrested. He was detained. There's a difference between detained and arrested, because arrested leads to going to jail. But he was just detained. He was questioned and stuff like that. So Adam Schefter did come out and say he's going to play today. So that was a scary thing that happened this morning. But anyway, there you go. That's going to do it for this preview. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, because Miami TV's guys are back. And we need us to be right there with your favorite team you deserve. I'll see you guys in the recap tonight. All right, let's go Dolphins. Good night.